If you drive a modern car with a turbocharger or supercharger, and you have noticed a sudden drop in power or your intake air temperatures are sky high, you might be looking at code P023B. This code stands for Charge Air Cooler Coolant Pump Control Circuit Low. In plain English, your car uses an intercooler to chill the hot air coming from your turbo before it enters the engine, making the air denser for better combustion. While some intercoolers are just air-cooled, high-performance setups often use a water-to-air system that has its own dedicated radiator and a small electric coolant pump. This code tells you that the computer is seeing a low electrical signal in that pump's circuit, which usually implies a short to ground or an open circuit. When this pump stops working, the coolant sits still, the intake air gets incredibly hot, and the computer pulls back timing and boost to save the engine, killing your performance. Start your diagnosis by locating the intercooler coolant pump, which is usually mounted low down near the radiator or front bumper. Because of its location, the wiring is very prone to damage from road debris, water, or just rubbing against the frame. Inspect the connector closely for corrosion or broken locking tabs. If the wiring looks okay, you can test the pump itself. These are simple 12-volt electric pumps. You can unplug it and, using jumper wires from a battery, briefly give it power and ground to see if it spins up and hums. If it is dead silent, the pump has likely failed internally. Also, check the coolant level in the intercooler system reservoir, not the main engine coolant, as they are often separate systems. If the pump runs but the code persists, you need to grab a multimeter and check for continuity in the wiring harness back to the PCM. It sounds complicated, but it is often just a simple pump failure or a broken wire. Don't let this slide, because running high boost with zero intercooling is a recipe for engine knock and serious damage in the long run.